Oh, that's good. I'm trying a new mushroom coffee because I'm trying to quit caffeine, and it is nice. Not the same, but it's nice. Okay, let's talk about how spirituality doesn't exist. It's not a thing, it's nothing, it's an idea, it's a concept, it's a word, it's a sound coming out of your mouth. There is no such thing as spirituality. But then also me saying that sounds like a truth claim, but this is just from my personal experience. I've reached a place where concepts don't really matter, don't really mean much. And in fact, it hurt me more as a person and caused more problems and issues trying to be spiritual in any way at all. At one point I was an atheist, at one point I was a Christian, now I'm just whatever this is, just nothing seems to be the best option. But in each area where I was trying to be spiritual, it just did not work and made no sense. And then when I finally got to the bottom of like what this is that I'm trying to do, I found absolutely nothing. There was no foundation. Let me give a little story for an example. This really hits home. It's like it may be part of my story, but just a little fabrication to make it more sense. Okay, so say that you're a kid, you live in the country, and you have a lot of land, and you have this one spot on your property that's just so serene and beautiful. Say there's a creek and there's a tree, and it's so nice to just go sit there and solace by yourself. But it's like 3 acres away, so you got to walk a ways to get there, you know. So every day you walk there, it's beautiful, you love it, it just becomes part of your daily routine. That you end up in this beautiful area. So your parents notice and they're like, wow, he walks so far every day, let's get him a bike. So your loving parents buy you a bike. And then you can get to your favorite spot faster. It's amazing. So you're riding your bike every day to your favorite spot. And then you happen to have some friends that see your bike. And they're like, wow, that's a really unique bike. We've never seen anything like that. We got to bring it to town and show everyone. So you take your bike to town. So for the next day, you don't go to your favorite spot because you're going to town to show off your bike. So you show off your bike, and then over time, it becomes such a sensation that like everybody actually just wants to see it because it's so unique versus like using it or riding it. So they decide, hey, people come to you and tell you like, we need to put this in a museum. Like this is the coolest thing we've ever seen. People would love to pay to come see this. This is amazing. Let's put it in a museum. And you decide, okay, well, everyone's telling me I should do this, so maybe I'll do it. So then this becomes the whole thing where you take your bike to the museum. Oh, and then it's there, and then people come and they're enjoying it and they're loving it. But then your friends convince you like, hey, everyone wants to see the owner of the bike with the bike, so you need to be here every day. So you start going there every day, meeting, greeting people. People love it. They love you. They praise you with attention and adoration. And they're like, you are amazing. This is the best bike we've ever seen. And it becomes just like who you are. You are the owner of the best bike ever made. And part of it feels really good. People are coming, they're talking to you, they're praising you. And over time, say this goes on 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you completely forget why you even got the bike to begin with. And every day becomes, you wake up and you think, okay, how am I going to greet people today? What am I going to be like? Okay, am I ready for this? Like, I know everything about the bike. I can tell people the history, the size, the specs, everything about it. And you just are obsessed. You know, you get online and you study and you want to make sure you have like the perfect things to say, and your life becomes completely about the bike and what people think. For so long, you actually forget about your favorite spot. You completely forget. You forget why you got the bike. You forget about your parents that got you the bike. You forget about the feeling of sitting by the creek under that tree. Wow. Why this is making me emotional, I don't know. But here we go. And then one day, you suddenly remember your spot. And it hits you. And you think, what am I doing? Why am I going to be inside this building all day talking to people that I don't know with this machine that was supposed to be a tool to get me somewhere that now I'm not even using? So, you make a choice. You start telling your friends, and they're like, no, what's wrong with you? You're crazy. You've got to keep your bike in the museum. And you keep telling them, no, I remember what it was for. I need to take it and I need to go back to that place. Everybody calls you crazy. Nobody understands. You're ridiculed. You're called insane, absurd. That's my favorite one. People say you've slipped into absurdity. You're going crazy. That's from personal experience there. And you just don't care anymore. You come to a place where you're like, you know what? I guess nobody gets it. I try to tell people they don't get it, so forget it. You grab your bike, you leave. You get chased out of the museum. People are telling you, you can't take that. It's ours now. It's our property. And it's like, what? No, it's been my bike. I'm the one who brought it here. So you leave the museum, and it's a huge scene. And it just feels like, oh my God, am I going to get arrested? Are they going to chase me? Like, are they going to find me? It's just crazy. It's a massive, crazy event. You're finally free. You get the bike down the road. The last person you can hear yelling in the distance, it just fades away. And then you ride. And you ride for a long time. And in that journey, the whole time you're thinking, what am I doing? What happened to me? How did this become a thing? Until you get back to your favorite spot. And you sit there. And you remember. You don't think. You know. Because you feel that feeling that you had when you were a kid. How beautiful and peaceful it is. And the entire history of your memories, your thoughts, your life at the museum become useless garbage. And you're free. Back in your favorite spot where it all started. Wow. I was more intense in my body than I thought I'd be telling that story. Anyway, the whole point here, spirituality is the bike. It doesn't actually mean anything. It was supposed to be a tool to get you to that place of peace that you loved. But the focus became so much on spirituality that you lost the whole reason why it existed to begin with. So drop it. Just drop it. Who cares what it is? It could be a bike, a unicycle, your feet. You could be barefoot. Just get to your place. Get to your favorite spot. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter if people tell you you're crazy. Just go. Just go. And when you get there and you feel it and you know it, nothing people tell you matters. Woo, easier said than done. But it's worth it. It's completely worth it. Time for a victory sip. Oh, yes. Wow, that's good. Thanks for joining me on this little story. I'm going to go finish this and meditate.